So yes, I am here watching the celebrity death match that we are calling Olympic trials this year. I'm done crying at this point, I think. I hope I am done crying at this point because the opening moments have been harrowing. I've been kind of doom scrolling for hours for updates from since 2 nights ago when Sky went down and Shilese and Kayla. I'm very invested. Probably too invested in these gymnasts. You know, you see them work so hard. You see them go through these are multiple Olympic cycles and really grow and really improve and really put in so much wonderful work, and they are incredible. They get to the point where they need to be, and for all three of them, these are things that were unforeseen. All three of them, these were unforeseen things, and my heart breaks for all of them. So that's that. From here, we're just gonna comment on the gymnastics that is actually happening. But yeah, I just have to speak about my the ladies who are injured at this point. I'm just hoping all the best for them. Hope they have lots of support. The ones who might be able to compete on Sunday, I hope they can. But yeah, wishing them all the best, speedy recoveries. So with the team kind of being in flux at this point because everyone had, of course, Simone, Shilese, and Sky kind of locked in. Suni kind of locked in too as well before we got here. With two of our top three ladies presumably out at this point, it's more than likely just Simone and Suni who are locked in. And NBC did their little graphic thing as they always do, and they had all these spaces, and I think with the girls who they listed, with the spaces that are left, my gut at this point is Jordan, Jade, Leanne, possibly Hesley, but she has so much potential. She's beautiful. She's going to be great. As good as she is on bars and beam, I don't think it's there yet. For me, it's Jordan, it's Jade, it's Leanne. So we shall see. John Roethlisberger, I love you. You were doing the most during Suni's bar routine. It was very good. It was very good, friend. Her foot hit the mat. The deductions are there. Barely anything was connected. It was great. Again, her first time doing the Nabieva since all the madness and the kidney and all the craziness and the comeback. We're so happy for her. Let's take it down a notch. It's a very good routine, but there are deductions. We all love Suni. It's easy to get excited. I know. Talking about Simone's beam, okay? Simone is human. She's a human being. She has seen 3 of her sisters, her teammates, girls who she's likely very close with, go down. She knows what's happening. The energy's got to be so super intense in there. She's human. It might have affected her on beam. Just a few wobbles. It's fine. I can't imagine what it's like on the floor that you get there. I'm sick to my stomach here. I can't imagine. So Jay just finished floor. Just a personal thing. I'm always partial to gymnasts using Seven Nation Army as floor music. I think it's brilliant. I loved it when Bridget Sloan did it. I love it when Jade's doing it. It's great music for her. It's really good. Her difficulty's up. That Morris looked really, really good. Really, really clean. Strong landing was great. Second pass, the Chusavitna had a little bit of a knee bend. Out of bounds on the Silavash third pass. But overall, the difficulty's up. This is the first time she's doing this difficulty. So a few little form and landing things are not surprising at this point. It looks like Jade is doing what she needs to do. So she's never done the triple-double that well before, and the second pass is stuck too. Yeah, Simone's kind of doing the things. Yeah. You can kind of tell that she is getting more comfortable with the presentation of this new routine. This is a new routine for her. And it always looks good. It looked good at nationals, but you can tell that she's getting more comfortable with the presentation and and just selling the routine a bit more, because it's this way with most of her routines. They get better throughout the season when she gets a new routine, because she's not the dancer. She doesn't have to be. But yeah, I'm starting to really like this routine on Simone a lot. I think the case for Jocelyn Robertson, I have to see the vault yet. I haven't seen the vault yet. But that floor routine is very good. Just wish she had stronger bars and beam, because with the way people are going down, that whole built-in alternate people who can do all 4 events, it has got to be on people's minds. who are selecting the team. So I feel if Jocelyn's bars and beam were a little stronger, she would have a better case. I haven't seen the vault yet either. I'm just going based on that one floor routine at this point, but I would really like to see the vault, and I can have a bit more of a better take there. But just going on the floor routine, it looked really good. So Jocelyn, very good Chang. I've seen the vault. It's good. And it's not going to have the worry about a neutral deduction that Leanne's might have if they want to make the vault the priority. Yeah, good. Really good. So Hasley just finished floor. It's lovely. She's a lovely gymnast on floor. Out of bounds in that first pass, but it was a really, really big Shusavit and a good full twisting double A out there. And that floor music, it's giving Glee, it's giving vocal adrenaline. I only watched one season of Glee. It's giving a cappella group, and I love it. She's very good. Okay, Leanne Wong, I love you. I love you. I love you. Whew, that first pass, I had a mini heart attack. I screamed at the camera, or screamed at the screen. Leanne, I screamed her name at the screen. Just like, get that landing in control. It's almost like, as much as I like seeing her fight, part of me wonders if she just took another step. I guess she's already had one foot out of bounds. She doesn't want to put another foot out of bounds. I get it. But all those arm swings, the changing of the chest position, you wonder if it would have been the same deduction if she just took another step. 6 of one, half dozen of the other probably doesn't matter. She stayed on her feet. That's kind of all that matters right now in this situation. Kind of glad she didn't go for the Arabian double pike third pass because of what we've seen today. We've seen a lot of girls go down, and I feel if Leanne just stays consistent, especially after that scare on the first pass, just do what we know we can do. It doesn't need to be a balls to the walls moment, and I think she came in thinking that she needed to have a balls to the wall D-score extravaganza, but things have changed, and she probably doesn't need to do that anymore to get on this team. So I think she made the right decision, just going for that whip half, front full, clean, especially after that first pass. She's a smart girly, that Leanne, the CEO. So yeah, Simone's vault. It looks regular. You know, it's crazy when you start to think of this vault, what she's doing, this Yurchenko double pike, over rotated with, a nice controlled, well, slightly out of control step back. As normal, she's just that good. And if anything, this week has taught us not to take anything for granted. And I'm really trying to not take Simone for granted and what she's able to do. She's a generational talent. It's crazy. We have 2 generational talents competing right now, Simone and Rebecca Andrade. So I think this is special. I think she's special. I think this time in the sport is very special. And I think we shouldn't take it for granted at all. Really nice Chang second vault for Simone too. Big hop back. She does it the way she always does it. People can like to compare it to Rebecca's. Rebecca's goes up. Simone's has more distance. They're both beautiful. They both have wonderful technique. Visually, my spirit prefers the one that goes up like Rebecca's, but that's a beautiful vault. So Suni on floor. Suni did what needed to be done. Who knew she had a full twisting double layout? It was very good. A little off on the last pass, but right now, especially on floor, get through the routine. Show that you can have a routine. She's clean with the leap. She's clean with everything else. She checks those artistry boxes. Suni's fine on floor. What a mother. What a day. What a day, friends. How are we? I feel we need to check in because this has been exhausting. It's been exhausting. Okay, so we do have our top 5 though. We have our top 5. Simone, Jordan, Sunisa Lee, Jade Carey, Jocelyn Robertson. I remember reading so many tweets. No way. Not a chance. Never in a million years. Jordan and Jade on the same Olympic team. Baby, it's gonna happen, baby. I think if the status quo continues, Jordan and Jade will be on the same Olympic team. Quite possibly Jordan and Jade. It's a possibility that Joss is on that team too. I think it's gonna be Leanne. Let me look at some numbers really quick. I think it's gonna be Leanne though. So I have had some time to look at math and numbers and things. I didn't do the math. That's not my strength. Twitter's going to do the math for me and I'll check it. That's what I always do. Yeah. But if you're just looking at the numbers from night one, the highest scoring team is interesting because it is Suni, it is Simone, it is Jade, it is Jocelyn, and it's Charlize Jones, because as much as my doom and gloom had shut out the fact that Charlize Jones did do a bar routine, not full difficulty compared to what we saw at Classic, but it was a hit bar routine. That hit bar routine won. It was first place for bars, meaning she still makes mathematical sense on the team to a certain extent. I mean, it's still a possibility if she can hit bars in 2 days that she could make it as a specialist. And then, any other events that we get from her, that'd be bonus. You know what? There's alternates for a reason that can come into play. I think Jordan still needs another solid day. I don't think just the day one results are going to come into play. So I think Jordan's probably more locked in than Jocelyn at this point, because Jocelyn did not have a great championships. Jordan's wasn't perfect either, but Jocelyn had I think it was day one of championships, very rough. Top 3 on beam for Jocelyn really kind of sells her, makes the sell for her. So if she can do that again on Sunday or in a couple days, whenever it is, that could be what puts her over the top, because vault and floor were really, really nice. 2 really strong days of beam. She could go up and possibly go up in team finals with Simone and Suni. That seems to be a kind of hole that needs to be filled. A strong day from Hesley on bars and beam could make her case as well. Leanne's still in there, but I do think Leanne has got to do better on floor. She's got to do better on floor. Whatever inquiry caused her to get, I believe, a 210 deduction on beam, hopefully is fixed day 2. And you have to wonder if the selection committee wants to take a girl who has a very difficult vault, but a vault that could incur a 2-point neutral deduction to the Olympics. Yes, she has a solid double twisting Yurchenko as a backup in case she needs it. That Cheng, without that 2-point neutral deduction, is kind of one of the only things that's holding her in the conversation, because that, based on day 1, that was like her only, I believe, top 3, top 5 score. So, because bars wasn't really making the sell, neither was beam, and definitely not floor as it was tonight, wasn't making the sell, unfortunately. So experience counts for a lot, and that built-in alternate thing that she has may count for more than we think, but some events may need to be stepped up from Leanne. So it's still kind of up in the air, and I don't know anything, and no one knows anything. No one knows anything. Everything is nothing. Nothing is everything. This day has sent me into a full existential crisis, and I don't believe that I'm alone.